Well, good morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever it is for you guys. My name's Corey, and welcome to the Corey Show. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of a sensitive topic. I've tried to record this video 4 times now. Hopefully, this time my camera stays in focus for the most part, and we can get this taken care of. We're going to talk about guns, gun violence, the government's regulation on all of that stuff, what should be done, personal opinions, and all that good shit. So, anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like and leave a comment or something for the algorithm. But I'm going to pass it on over to me 10 minutes ago since I'm recording this intro after I recorded the video. Shall we get this party fucking started? Hopefully my camera decides to actually stay in focus. I think we're good. I think it's recording. Hello there. I know it's a little bit weird because I don't really do talking head videos. Hopefully my camera decides to actually stay in focus this time. Try it out. I don't really know. It's not necessarily even a talking head video, really. It's just decided I wanted to sit down and start talking about something with you guys. So here we are. Hopefully my camera stays in focus this time. This is my 4th time recording this video, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, today I wanted to talk a little bit about, I don't know, just something I've been thinking about recently. As some of you guys know, I'd gone out of the Army earlier this year after 7.5 years. And one of the things that has come up a few times is gun control and or regulation or mandates or whatever. I kind of took down some notes and I wanted to talk about it with you guys and kind of get some of your opinions down in the comments. I think Kurt wants to say hi. Want to say hi, buddy? This is my cat. His name's Kurt. I love you. Bye. Anyways, what is my stance on gun control / mandates / my opinions? I'm a libertarian. I'm independent, but I lean a little bit towards the right. I personally think that gun control isn't a bad thing at all. I wouldn't say that. I feel like maybe regulations or gun regulations is a better way to put it. That's what we need. We need regulation, man. People are just, they're idiotic. They don't keep track of their weapons. Their weapons get lost. They don't stay up to date on their CCWs and things like that. Speaking of which, to get a concealed carry permit, at least in the state of Oregon, which is where I currently live, you have to be 21 years old. You can't have any warrants or conditions legally that, like felonies or whatever that make it so that you can't carry a firearm. But that's it. And then the other thing is you can't have a dishonorable discharge from the military, which I thought was crazy, but also makes it makes sense, right? But a lot of people are like, oh, there should be more things in the process to get a CCW or to do this or to register weapons or whatever. But in reality, when you think about it, it's the more steps that are in a process, less people are going to do the process. Is this camera in focus? I can't even tell anymore. Did you know that 93% of guns that are used in crimes are obtained illegally? I mean, it makes plenty of sense, right? I mean, come on. Hopefully I'm actually in focus now as well. For some reason, my camera just has not wanted to focus on me at all, but it's better now. I guess we'll find out. Maybe it's the glasses. Maybe the glasses are messing with it. I'll take them off for a little bit. Some other statistics and things that I have. Did you know that 54% of all deaths involving firearms are suicides? And 43% are murders, 3% are others, so accidents, law enforcement, things like that. In the state of Montana, 66.3% of people own firearms. 66.3, that's insane. That means there are less people in Montana that don't own weapons than there are that do. You're more likely to meet someone with a gun than not. Another interesting statistic is the state of Mississippi has the most slack gun laws out of all the 50 states, the least amount of laws really restricting people from weapons. But they also have the highest gun violence, but also 33.9% of the deaths in Mississippi are caused by firearms. So a third of all the people that die get shot in Mississippi. What's another crazy thing is that in all the studies and things that I've looked up, gun ownership does not correlate with crime. So the people that say, to deter people, I think we should have more guns out there because more people that can defend themselves can stop crime. But there's no correlation. And I think part of that is because people don't necessarily carry their weapons with them outside their house most of the time. But, back to those statistics and things I was talking about earlier, though, the 54% of all gun deaths being suicide. That's crazy. More than half of the people that die from firearms are self-inflicted. Honestly, that says something about our mental state as a society. One thing that is a really big deterrent, or at least something that helps a lot in the prevention of suicide, is adding steps between you and your firearm. And whether that's a small step or a big step, opening a case, opening a safe, gun locks, things like that, that little 2 or 3 seconds can help a lot because it gives you time to think about your actions. Give yourself time to think. Make yourself have to think, because when it comes to adding those little steps can save lives, your own life. I forget exactly what the number is, but the time between a thought and an action is a lot shorter than you think it is. And a lot of people make very rash decisions. And if you are having any of these thoughts, please seek help, because just being alive can be exhausting. If you're not talking to somebody, there's no shame in that. Go do it. Please do it. I personally have. I've did it while I was in the Army. I went and I was seeking out mental health help. And after the Army as well. Outside of the Army, I went to the VA for one of my therapist appointments, and they gave me gun locks for free. And I was thinking about it. Why are there not regulations or mandates or something like that about the storage of weapons? Because I think that personally, I feel like as far as like legal firearms go and things like that, I feel like the government, if you're going to be registering weapons, why are we not handing out gun locks with them? Why are there not mandates on how we should store our firearms? Psych evals when it comes to getting a CCW or registering a firearm or anything like that. I don't know about you guys, but I would like someone to ask how I'm doing up here when I'm registering a firearm or buying a firearm. And I think that, again, I'm going to call back to when I was in the Army. One of the things that anybody that's in the military will tell you is that everywhere you go, everything you do, every time you're talking to somebody or doing something, at least with medical stuff and also with like some administrative things, there's always somebody asking about your mental state. And do you want to kill yourself? Do you want to hurt other people? Have you ever thought about that? When was the last time you thought about it? How are you sleeping? And those are the kinds of things that I think even just a small little questionnaire type thing, whenever you go in to go register your car, or just a yearly little tiny little checkup, be a big deterrent. Just a little questionnaire. It's all it's got to be. You just got something to get you to start to think about how your thoughts are from a different perspective. But anyways, that's a different thing. The U.S. is actually 4th place when it comes to gun violence, which is insane. And then it's Mexico, Brazil, and then Colombia. To me, it's insane that there's no psych eval or anything like that with getting a weapon. Like, there's no medical or legal history checkup. I mean, there is a legal checkup, but there's no evaluation of your mental state to me. And it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. And then I've also got one more question. This kind of extends out to you if you're watching this video or hanging out at home or whatever you're doing. Do you own a firearm? Does that firearm make you feel more safe? Like, genuinely, does owning a firearm make you feel safe? Or is the thought of having a firearm anxiety-inducing? Because I know for some people it can be. I know there's a lot of people that are very inexperienced with firearms and inexperienced with storage and things like that. But I feel like that's the kind of stuff that should be regulated and mandated by the government. But there's so many people that don't want the government to dip their fingers into firearms because it's in the Constitution. But the Constitution is also written 300 years ago. So it's like, what do we do? You know? And it's one of those things where we need to have a change, and we need to understand the impact that change is going to have on our country and on the people. And I think that we all need to take a step back and put our pride aside as Americans for a little bit, and maybe just take a look at how we handle weapons versus everybody else in the world. To be honest with you, like, it's scary. I mean, you look at like political parties and things, and everything is like, should we have guns or should we not have guns? Or should we have pistols with where you can only load one bullet at a time? Or should we have fully automatic M4s and AK-47? Why not have a spectrum? Everybody's always thinking in this two-party system, and every ideal and every single aspect of our government, our everyday lives is always black and white. And it's just like, can we not? I understand we have a two-party system. I just feel like we all need to just take a second, sit back and take an independent look at every single topic and issue that's going on at hand. And gun violence is just a great example of that. Like, it's a great thing to talk about because everybody can talk about it. And at the end of the day, you don't really need weapons when you can just talk about it. But man, shooting guns is fun. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments which side you're on. And hopefully we can start to get a conversation going, and maybe we can stop thinking of black and white and we can think a little more gray, I guess, and think a little more together. Are you a gun owner? Do you feel more safe owning a weapon? Do you carry it on you every single day? What's your reasoning? What are your opinions? How do you think the government should enforce laws or regulations or mandates? Now, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys whenever. I have no idea. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you drop a like and get down in the comments. Let's have a discussion. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.